My name is Andrea Capranico, and I'm a filmmaker. I'm an Italian filmmaker living in the Philippines since 10 years already. Yeah.
So you traveled all the way here from the Philippines for the
Yes.
festival?
Yes, I traveled all the way from the Philippines for the festival. Yeah.
So you did a documentary feature film.
Yes, precisely. 81 minutes. Yeah.
So tell me, what's the topic of the film?
The topic of the film is basically we follow the story of a chef vigilante and other watchmen that are fighting the crimes at nights in the cemeteries of Manila. Yeah.
And this is an actual thing?
It's an actual thing. It's a growth plot because eventually, the main character goes through a series of, challenges and pain and growth as a consequence. They cannot enter the cemetery anymore at the end of the movie for some reason because they lost the elections. But it's definitely a real story and a reality in the Philippines. So, but it's looked through the point of view of the main character. So that thing, I think, it makes it a little bit special. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How long did it take you to film this?
4 years.
4 years. So what was that process like?
Well, the process is generally you go when something happens, you know that you are about to film you know that there is a challenge there. This sooner or later is going to be solved. We didn't probably expect to spend 4 years. We thought maybe 2 years were enough, but then something came after 4 years, so we had to wait there. That's why at the same time it's better to shoot different observational documentary. Otherwise you get really depressed because sometimes you lose the characters. Sometimes they vanish for 6 months. Sometimes for a year you don't have touch with them, and then in 1 month you just shoot 35 minutes of the entire movie. If you have different observation at the same time, as we did, it helps you also to, not losing that kind of confidence and hope that the story will be finished at some point.
So it wasn't a conscious effort to make it a 4-year film. It's basically just kind of what happened and how things unfolded. At one point, did things completely change on you at all over the course of those 4 years? Because it sounded like it did from the beginning until the end.
Yeah, precisely. That's the nature of the observational documentaries. So you're waiting for something to happen, and you cast a character, a location, and a story based on this expectation. Now, of course, you may think that everything is gonna be solved in a year or in a couple of years, but eventually it was 4 years, 3 years and a half, to be precise. It was not completely unfortunate for the characters, actually, but it was something that we didn't probably even expect, but it was definitely the end of the movie. So you really feel, okay, now I got the movie. Now I have the 3 acts. Now I have something I can work on. Before that, prior to that, you maybe have like also 90-minute cuts, but it feels like it's always the same thing. It's episodic. But we were lucky, I think. But you have to be lucky in observational because you bet on it. So we were probably expecting to wait up to 10 years to get it. But then in 4 years we got it.
So I'm sure you're very proud and very happy of the finished product.
Well, I'm very proud. I'm very humble about it. I think it should be watched because it's an incredible situation, an incredible story and character. I think we really lacked control of the character in the story because we were dealing with police things, with criminals, with dangers at night because we are exposing ourselves to a lot of dangers, and so we didn't really have that control that allowed us to go a little bit deeper into the character as we wanted. But yet, the plot is quite strong and everything. The stories are incredible because it's not something that you just generally hear everywhere. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. It sounds like a very interesting film. Best of luck in the festival, and I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.